Alright, let's try the new cologne from Lattafa. This is Qaaed Intense. Now on the back we have our production date. This is a batch from October 2023. This cologne just started hitting the US market though. I have not seen many videos on this. In fact, I've only seen about 3 or 4. Only one of them was in the US. Now there is a standard version of Qaaed, that being this one. And you may think that this is just a more intense version, hence the name, Intense. But these are actually 2 completely different fragrances. Think about Dior Homme to Dior Homme Intense. In fact, this actually smells quite similar to Dior Homme Intense. And this is a supposed clone of Givenchy Reserve Privé. Whereas this one is a much more different scent. Hard to daily, I would say. It's not a bad scent by any means, but for a man my age in his 20s, I don't think I could pull this off. This is a very dark, aged, woody, leathery, smoky, ambery scent. With a little bit of vanilla in it. It's a very mature scent, to say the least. This one, being a clone of Givenchy Reserve Privé, we'll see if this one's any better. I do like the bottle a little bit more. I think the dark green suits it. It looks black on camera. Maybe I will try to... Here it is. Turn up the brightness real quick so you guys can see this is the real color. Here's the cap. Just have the Lattafa logo on the front, and then Qaaed on the front, as well as in Arabic, and then Intense logo. Not the most secure cap, but very satisfying. Let me first align the atomizer. I do this with every cologne. I like to make it... There we go. I like to make the atomizer perfect. Here's the atomizer. A lot of people say this smells like a purse filled with lipstick, and I can definitely get where they're getting that from. It does smell like that. It smells like you took lipstick and just shoved it up your nose. It's not a bad scent. Powdery, a little bit of tobacco in there that I can smell, a little bit of sweetness. This is more of a bold statement. They say it smells just like Givenchy Reserve Privé, which I have smelled once before. I smelled that about 3 weeks ago, and I remember I was not very fond of that cologne. In fact, I would say it's mostly because I'm not too fond of these kinds of scents. I'm more of a fresh, citrusy, woodsy, like Dior Homme 2020, that's one of my favorites. Platinum Egoist, one of my favorites. Stuff like that. Just these nice, woodsy, fresh scents, typically where I like to roam around when it comes to the perfume world and fragrance world. This one, it's not bad at all. Yeah, to me, I mean, it just smells like a slightly powdery, lipsticky, I mean, that's that iris that's in it. If you've smelled Givenchy Reserve Privé or Dior Homme Intense, you'll be right at home with this one. This is very close to both. It smells like you sprayed a cologne version of lipstick on yourself. Added a hint of tobacco to it. That's all I'm getting out of this. Not bad by any means. I mean, I can tell this is going to be a long laster just by the way it smells. But it's more of a subtle long laster. It doesn't project like crazy, which I think is nice. A bit different than the way this one works, as this one projects for a long time and it stays on your skin forever. Let me see, would I consider this a more pleasant? I think they're both about on the same level in terms of scent. They both smell high quality. They both smell expensive. This one I bought for $30 and this one I bought for $23. So both cheapies. Trying to see which one I like more. They're both warm in their own ways, but this one is warm in a smoky, leathery way, and this one is warm in that tobacco, irisy, lipsticky type of scent that it has. They're both warm colognes, but in very different ways. This genuinely just smells like you took lipstick and then turned it into cologne, like I said. Overall, I would say this is a pleasant scent. It's not bad. I'm warming up to it very quickly, but it's just a little bit too mature for me. Sometimes if you walk into Sephora or Ulta, you want to try on a cologne, it's almost like that smell you get when you walk in, that makeup smell. Not a bad scent. I would give it about a 7, 7.1, 7.2. Not for me personally. I wouldn't rock it. Maybe if I liked it more, or maybe if I was a little bit older, if I was in my 40s, maybe I would rock something like this. But for me, as a man in his 20s, I prefer something along the lines of Bleu de Chanel, Dior Homme 2020, Y by YSL, stuff like that. That's more along the lines of fresh rather than mature and aged. But overall, not a bad scent.